It's coming my way. It's coming my way. The things I'm looking for are coming my way.
What us to do from this passage? If we do it, if we do the second thing and the third thing, the Father will, if we are willing to do them and we are obedient in doing them as a way of life, the Father will accept us as pure and faultless in His sight. And what is that thing He wants us to do? He wants us to reach out to widows and orphans in their distress. Please help me instruct your neighbor. Say, God wants you to reach out to widows and orphans in their distress. So, you know, widows and orphans are passing through distressing situations. Not only in this our time, even from the Old Testament, they are the poorest people in the land. So, God usually identify Himself with somebody that doesn't have family, like an orphan. God identify with such an orphan. That's why the Bible introduced God as the father to the fatherless. Yeah, He took the responsibility of fathering an orphan. He also introduced Himself in the Old Testament as the friend of widow. You know that widow, the husband has left her. She's bereaved. Now God becomes her friend. And he also introduced Himself as the judge of the widow, the one who advocates for that widow. In the Old Testament, God often raises prophets to plead the cause of the widow against those that are exploiting them. God raises prophets. And even in the New Testament, the church were saddled with the responsibility to take care of widows. You know, among the Jews, that when the husband of a widow died, the inheritance usually go to the firstborn of that man. So the widow is left without inheritance. So the inheritance go to the child. And if the child is not a responsible child that will be responsible for his mother, you know, the mother will have to be starving, or perhaps she sell herself as a slave, or she become a prostitute because of what to eat in the Bible. So that's why God was warning through Apostle Paul. If you read the letter Apostle Paul wrote to Timothy in the 5th chapter, a good portion is reserved for the widows there. Paul was warning the young Timothy. He said, please give special attention to those widows who are really in need. Hello? Yes, there are widows that are really in need. Some widows are richer than some married men and women. They are not in need. They are rich, they are well-to-do, but some widows they are passing through distressing time. So he said we should give special attention to those widows who are really in need. So the early church, they care for the widow. They don't only care for their minister, they care for the widow. But this present day church, some church, there are churches that care for widows. Yeah, there are churches, but most of the churches, even the pastor are not being taken care of before they will not even remember the widows. But in our prayer line like this, nobody is collecting salary in this line as a pastor. Are we together? We are not taking salary. So all the offerings we have, that's why we often package some of our offering and give to orphans and widows as God instructed. You understand? So God requested that the church take care of widows and orphans during the time of the early church. And individually, you're supposed to be taking care of widows. Reach out to widows and orphans that are around you. And individually, you're supposed to take care of them. If you do like that, if you do take care of a widow or an orphan, you are acting like your father. You are acting like God. For He is the father to the fatherless, and He is the husband of the widow. If you plead the cause of a widow Honestly, God will be so proud of you. He said he will accept you as pure and faultless in his sight. You know, there are things you can do before God and you will make his heart proud. If you reach out to widows and minister to them charitably, just to relieve them of their distress, relieve them of their basic need that they need, and refresh them in that way, God will be so proud of you. That's the second thing God wants us to do. And then